you have to be really, really patient. Like if Josh had gotten this scared and just threw his army against Pokebunny, he would have died. But he just waited to have the nice number of Immortals, the nice number of Sentries, nice number of Zealots, and he crushed it.
Yeah, really, really excellent job by Josh, not taking the bait there and not trying to break out too early. So he knows that he has the advantage in numbers now, and of course Pokebunny expanding behind that push. He's really good about doing that. So let's see, Josh is going to be camping outside of Pokebunny's base at least for a little while.
There goes a Zealot, scouting Zealot to see what Pokebunny has. I don't think it's a nice idea to go in right now,
right?
Since there are already 4 siege tanks and 2 bunkers going up. So I think this would be a nice time for Josh to expand again.
Mm-hmm. And his robotics bay is just going down, so Josh is going to tech up 2 Colossi, which is usually a good idea in Protoss vs Terran. However, Pokebunny for his part going very mech heavy here. He just put down 3 factories, and 2 of them have tech labs. 1 of them has a reactor, so I'm guessing he's going to go for more tanks and maybe
Hellions.
some Blue Flame Hellions as well. We'll see how this does against the Colossus.
Yeah, basically, this playstyle, this mech playstyle, has been made famous by Jinro, who used it in the GSL to crush MC, and it has become really popular since. It's a really, really good style, actually, since the Hellions deal with the Zealots, and the tanks deal with everything else.
Well, here comes a Banshee to try to poke into Josh's expansion, but it's going to get deflected, because these Banshees don't have Cloak, and Josh's army is Stalker-laden army is all out here by the expansion, so not going to be that successful of a harass.
Yeah, Banshee goes down. Really careless of Pokebunny to lose a Banshee like that. What do you think, Peanut? How's the game right now? Do you think it's even? Do you think someone has an advantage? What do you think?
Well, looking at the supplies, the supplies are pretty even. Pokebunny has a slight advantage in numbers, but I think Josh right now has the advantage in tech. Although, if Pokebunny keeps making tanks like this and then creeps the tanks up, those are going to be very powerful against this style of army. So we'll see how many. We'll see what Josh wants to do with numbers of Colossus versus numbers of Immortals, and that might make the difference against this army composition.
Yeah, Josh already knows Pokebunny is taking his third, so he's getting, I guess, ready to try to stop it. Let's see how it goes, but there's actually 10 tanks on the field, so it's gonna be pretty hard to get in there with a ground army.
Oh my god, Blue Flame Hellion drop in Josh's main, and wow, all the probes have been cleared out from the main nexus.
Oh, we didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Wow. Yeah, 21 harvesters from Josh to 64 with Pokebunny. That's probably going to make the difference.
Yeah, I think at this moment, the only thing Josh can do is try to go in with all he has right now. I don't see him coming back from that. The worker difference is too large.
Yeah. Especially now that Pokebunny is going to take this gold, and here comes Josh in with his entire army. Pokebunny Pokebunny is unsieging to get that extra DPS, but oh wow, yeah, Josh actually doing a really good job microing his army against the siege tanks and the bio. The bio has all but disappeared. Basically, has all disappeared. Pokebunny tries to come out with SCVs to deflect the Protoss army and is somewhat successful. Josh, I think, realizes that he's not going to be able to break all of those siege tanks, so he's actually coming around the other side. Do you think this is going to be successful?
Well, actually, I don't really think it's going to be successful. With SCV repair and the planetary almost up.
Oh, that planetary is almost down, though. The planetary goes.
Yeah, hey, he took it down. He took it down. Who would have said? Really nice from Josh, but we still have to see him recover from that Hellion drop. He's at 34 workers right now, against 65 from Pokebunny, so he's still far behind. But
Yeah.
but taking down the planetary was a really good step forward in recovering.
It was a good step, and also making that Raven put down 2-point defense drones, wasting its energy, was also good. Here come the Blue Flame Hellions again to harass this third, but they're going to be taken down pretty quickly by
Denied.
this army.
Yeah. Pokebunny has been doing some nice harassment. I think that Hellion drop won him the game, but Josh still isn't out. He's catching up slowly, so we may see a recovery from Josh.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see if Josh can recover from this. Pokebunny now has 2 factories with reactors, 3 factories with tech labs, wow, 4 factories with tech labs, so he is definitely going tech. I think this is a really good choice against Colossus, although if Josh just has 1 robotics facility, he is making more immortals now, which is a good choice, I think.
Yeah, Immortals are really good against tanks, but they take nice damage from the Hellions, even though they're armored. So
Yeah.
the Hellions take the hardened shields away, and then the Immortals are vulnerable to the tanks. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. At least right now, the army difference is really large.
Yeah, it's 163 supply for Pokebunny to 124 for Josh, and Josh, unfortunately, he's been interrupted from his mining at this third base several times because of these Blue Flame Hellions. So Pokebunny doing a really good job with the harass.
Yeah, as you can see, Josh has placed a gateway near the ramp of the third to try to block Hellions. So maybe that'll stop them from getting to third, at least for a while longer. There was a drop in Josh's base, actually.
Yeah, I just saw that final Hellion come out of his base, and wow, Dark Shrine. I don't know if Pokebunny actually was able to scout that. Yes, he was. So Pokebunny knows that the Dark Templar are coming.
Yeah, that was Josh's final chance of coming back into the game, I think. Dark Templars can do a lot of damage when they are not expected, but if they're expected, Pokebunny has detection out. He has two orbital commands, soon a third one. Those DTs won't be really effective, and he's pushing out. Pokebunny is pushing out for the kill, I guess.
Yep, and
what do you think?
Yeah, I think if Pokebunny sieges like now, or if he positions his tanks correctly, yes, if he sieges now, I think he has a really good chance of killing this entire army, as is pretty much going on right now. That's like, what, 11 tanks or something like that? 16 tanks. And these Colossi are not going to have any gateway units left to do, I guess, buffer for them. So there goes the last of the Colossus.
Yeah,
ouch.
But DT's out on the field.
Yes.
Killing the rest of the tanks. Some really nice kills from those DTs.
Yeah, let's look at that.
But I think Josh doesn't have you can check the resources tab, and you will see the difference in incomes right now between Pokemon and Josh.
Yeah, it's 127 supply to 63 supply, so I guess Dark Templar coming down to this 4th expansion. But yeah, I mean, I think with the next push is probably going to be the last one.
Yeah, Josh does not have the macro capabilities Pokemon has right now. He only has, as you said before, 6 gateways and 1 robotics facility and another gateway in the third. I don't think he has enough gateways to recover his army as fast as Pokemon will be able to with all his factories. I think we're gonna see, unless we see like a miracle, unless OGSMC possesses Josh right now, I don't see a way of him coming back.
Yeah, I don't really see a way for him to come back either. He does have charge lots, which are at least hypothetically good against tanks. But, I guess Pokebunny doesn't have that many tanks right now, but he has 11 tanks right now, and he's building up more tanks. So I think against that many, it's going to be a little bit difficult for charge slots to be really effective.
Yeah, I guess Josh knows this. Josh knows he's behind, so behind right now. But it's always a good thing to make games as long as possible. It's when it's a series like this, because you tire your opponent, and you might have the psychological edge next game if like Pokemon gets tired, for instance. Like,
right.
yeah, what you can. Yeah, what? So I guess Josh has like stopped trying right now, and he's just making the game as long as possible to maybe tire Pokemon out for the next game.
Alright, well here's Pokebunny, what will probably be the final push. This is basically entirely mech, except for maybe a few Marines, and oh, interesting, charge slots coming around the back here.
Yeah, really cute from Josh, but those are gonna melt against the Hellions with Blue Flame. Those Hellions are too upgraded right now. They have 2 attack, 2 armor, while Josh's Stalkers only have 1 attack, 1 armor. So the Pokemon's army is much larger and better upgraded right now. So as I said, the game should be finished in a short time.
Josh switching to Void Ray tech though, Chrono boosting out as many Void Rays as he can, and coming to, I guess, attack these tanks, which are actually unguarded, except for some well-placed missile turrets, so never mind, they're not exactly unguarded. And here come all the probes!
Yeah, I think this is the final push from our Salvadorian player. A nuestros amigos salvadoreños, este es el último. Yeah, GG from Josh. Yeah. 1-0. That's right now. Really interesting first game.
Yeah. I'm going to bring up. I have a program called Alpha Caster, which I highly recommend, which actually creates a very nice overlay, and shows you on when you're casting sort of what the names of the players are and what the score is between them. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Okay. So for all of you out there who are just tuning in, I'm VT Peanut, and I'm joined here with the blue one from SCSV, the premier StarCraft team of El Salvador.
Yeah, basically the only StarCraft team in El Salvador, but
we don't have to tell them that.
But thank you for the compliment.
No problem. And we are casting a show match between BT Pokebunny and SCSV Josh, who are both Masters League players, both 15 years old, and engaging in this show match for Teenage Supremacy.
Yeah, let's see. We're gonna see who's the better teenager. Pokebunny with 15 years old and Josh with 15 years old. 2 really promising players clashing right now.